What if being available 24/7 is quietly eroding your individuality? In Jungian terms, availability isn't just answering calls, it's offering emotional, psychological, and energetic presence on demand, often at the expense of your own inner life. When you're always on, you may lose touch with what you truly need, and others may unconsciously take your presence for granted. Less availability builds respect. Constant availability breeds neglect. Test a boundary. Imagine the shift when you pause before saying yes, noticing both your own response and others' reactions. Test a boundary. Overavailability can hide a darker shadow, unmet desires and fears projected outward. According to Jung, constantly saying yes may reflect an unintegrated shadow, leading to exhaustion and resentment as others unconsciously lean on you. Imagine a colleague who always drops everything for you until you suddenly decline a meeting. Their reaction uncovers hidden expectations and power dynamics. Pause before agreeing once today. Journal your impulse and communicate a clear "not now" when needed. Boundaries amplify respect and restore self. Notice the subtle relief when you honor inner needs. Embrace limits to reclaim yourself. Picture this: a friend who's always there until one day they vanish without warning. You reach out, hear nothing, and suddenly notice how others scramble. Some panic, some don't care, and some even breathe a sigh of relief. This stark shift reveals unmet expectations and hidden loyalties swirling beneath everyday interactions. Next time you need space, try a brief, honest pause in availability. Observe responses without judgment. Absence reveals true connections. I once ran a simple experiment. I intentionally limited my availability to a friend I'd always prioritized. At first, I felt uneasy ignoring their usual messages, but I paused and focused on my own projects. Their reactions shifted. They reached out more thoughtfully, and our interactions felt fresher. Simultaneously, I noticed my energy restored when I honored my own needs. This withdrawal wasn't avoidance, but a boundary test revealing true dynamics. Next time someone expects instant responses, try a small pause. Delay your reply with a brief note explaining you're busy and will reconnect soon. Respect emerges from space. Consider how pulling back can trigger projections of desire onto you. When you become less available, others may unconsciously idealize your absence, seeing qualities you haven't even claimed. This mirrors Jung's projection concept in relationships. Observe when someone's interest spikes as you set a boundary. Reflect on whether their attraction stems from genuine connection or an unconscious filling of a void. Practice noticing these projections. Pause before responding. Journal your observations, and decide if you want to meet expectations or maintain your own space. Less availability fuels intrigue. Constant presence breeds indifference. Paradox realized. Boundaries spark attraction. Imagine dialing back your presence and watching your influence multiply. Psychologists find that reduced contact often heightens respect, while excessive familiarity can breed contempt. Distance deepens value. In real life, stepping back at work or in friendships can shift dynamics. Colleagues approach you with more intent, and conversations feel more meaningful. To try this, intentionally limit check-ins for a day. Send a concise update instead of constant messages, and note reactions. Journaling responses helps refine your approach. Small pauses foster curiosity and respect. Observe the power of absence. As Carl Jung famously observed, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. His words remind us that when we step back, the friction we see in others often mirrors our own unspoken needs. In practice, withdrawing availability can surface hidden tensions, revealing what truly matters in your relationships. Next time you catch yourself feeling annoyed by someone's reaction to your space, pause and reflect. What is this teaching you about your own boundaries? Then communicate one clear limit today. Clarity cultivates respect. Setting boundaries begins with recognizing your limits and voicing them clearly. Start by identifying one area where you feel stretched, perhaps constant messages or last-minute requests. Communicate with an I statement. I need focused time from 2 to 4 p.m., so I'll only reply afterward. Notice how this clarity reduces stress and signals that your time matters. Track reactions in a journal. Did others respect the window or push back? Adjust phrasing next time for firmness and empathy. Practice this weekly. Choose one context, set a specific boundary, and observe the shift. Boundaries build respect. If this resonates, hit like and share one boundary you'll try in the comments. Let's build a community of mindful presence. Subscribe for more insights as we explore deeper layers of the psyche. What if withdrawing availability sparks panic rather than respect? Sometimes absence triggers abandonment fears, prompting confusion or anger instead of admiration. Before stepping back, give a brief heads up. I'll be offline this afternoon for focused work, but I value our connection and will reconnect afterward. Clear context matters. Anticipate emotional fallout by framing your withdrawal with empathy. This prevents misinterpretation and unnecessary drama. Imagine orchestrating silence to test someone's loyalty, believing that making yourself scarce will boost your leverage and control the narrative. In reality, this tactic breeds mistrust and resentment. The other person feels confusion, anxiety, and may mirror the behavior, creating a toxic cycle of push-pull dynamics. Instead of withholding responses as a ploy, practice transparent communication. Clearly express when you need space and why. Invite open dialogue, and remember that honesty fosters connection while manipulation destroys it. Choose clarity over control. Reflect on motives behind your withdrawal and commit to authentic boundaries next time for healthier interactions. I once withdrew from social invites, believing distance would ease discomfort, only to find unresolved anxieties surfaced in the silence. That external retreat magnified inner turmoil, revealing fears I'd long ignored. Commit to inner work before outer withdrawal. Journal triggers, explore shadow patterns, and clarify motivations. Inner clarity fuels authentic boundaries, not avoidance. Later, when I set limits from awareness rather than fear, absence felt empowering instead of escapist and rooted in self-awareness. Did you know your availability patterns mirror your self-worth? When you're constantly on call, it can signal underlying low self-esteem, as if you need external validation to feel valuable. Conversely, selectively offering your time demonstrates confidence and self-respect. In real life, someone who always agrees to extra tasks may burn out and feel undervalued, while someone who tactfully declines sometimes commands greater respect and preserves energy. To recalibrate, list your main commitments and carve out non-negotiable personal time each week. Communicate these slots clearly. I'm unavailable then, but let's connect afterward. Constant presence signals insecurity. Selective presence signals confidence. Paradox realized. Self-worth grows with balanced availability. Consider digital detox not as a luxury, but as a step in individuation. In our hyper-connected era, intentionally unplugging, whether through weekend phone-free retreats or scheduled no-screen hours, mirrors Jung's call to explore the unconscious. Silence online invites inner dialogue. Experiment with a daily tech-free ritual. Choose 1 hour each evening to reflect, meditate, or journal without distractions. Then note shifts in focus and creativity. Boundaries between you and devices foster clarity. Overuse blurs self-awareness, paradox embraced. In time, this practice becomes a compass for authentic choices and deeper self-connection. Silence reveals depth. Imagine a small project team where one member quietly pulls back from last-minute meetings. Suddenly, others scramble to fill gaps or realize they relied too heavily on that person. In this mini-story, the shift in one individual's availability ripples through the group. Some step up and discover hidden strengths. Others confront their overdependence, and new communication patterns emerge. Notice how absence can catalyze collective growth when framed with transparency. The member explains their reason and invites collaboration on adjusting schedules. Try this. Next time you need space, share context with the group. Then observe how dynamics evolve. Collective growth demands balanced presence. Balance doesn't happen by accident. It's built through consistent, mindful rituals. Start with 3 simple practices. 1. Morning check-in. Ask, what do I need today before others? 2. Time blocking. Schedule windows for deep work, communication, and rest. 3. End-of-day review. Note where your availability felt draining or empowering. Over time, these rituals reveal patterns. Who pulls most energy, when you overextend, and where to draw firmer lines. Begin with 1 ritual this week. Track how it shifts your presence and adjust as needed. Structure creates freedom. When you stop being constantly available, you don't lose people. You find clarity. Boundaries aren't barriers. They're invitations to deeper, more conscious connections. As Jung would say, individuation begins when you reclaim your time, your energy, your voice. Try 1 small change this week. Pause before responding. Set a clear limit or unplug for an hour and observe the ripple effect. Less noise, more meaning. Want to dive deeper into your psyche? Make sure to subscribe to us so you don't miss our videos.